Right on the heels of our AMD 7900 XT and XTX review, we're going to be checking out a Radeon Red Devil, but not this Red Devil. That Red Devil.
NZXT Canvas monitors feature more of what gamers want. The Canvas 1440p QHD offers a 165Hz refresh rate for the perfect balance between performance and resolution, while the 1080p Full HD Canvas delivers 240Hz for a competitive edge. Both versions feature AMD FreeSync Premium, 1 millisecond response time, and OSD settings via CAM, allowing for specific settings between games. To see the complete list of Canvas monitors and monitor mounts from NZXT, follow the link in the description below.
So PowerColor was gracious enough to send us their new 7900 XTX Red Devil limited edition in this super fancy box with a carrying handle and everything and some metal locks. So today we're gonna unbox it, talk about what makes it special compared to a regular old, this guy right here, 7900 XTX, and we're gonna see how it performs. So let's get right into it. All right, so let's crack this guy open. We got this giant info card telling you all about your brand new purchase. Unleash the gaming power. So wow, they give you a lot of accessories. So we have, this is apparently a magnet. Cool. You get a little Red Devil eye magnet. And then I believe we got a GPU stick, guys. But not only is it a regular GPU stick, it's actually got an extension. They thought about people with giant cases because most people that are gonna be running these super top tier cards are also gonna be running them in giant cases. And so if your case is very tall, now you have all this is a lot. I mean, here's the 7900 XTX for comparison, so you can see how tall this GPU support stick goes, which, hey, I mean, I'm not really a fan of the support sticks, but if you use them, I mean, this is a pretty solid, it's a nice heavy metal base right here with a little rubber anti-slip foot right there. So as far as GPU support brackets go that come in the box, this seems very well thought out. Got these nice rubber pads right here on the little support feet. And yeah, I mean, that's a lot of length right there. A lot of adjustability. Little Red Devil badge you can stick on wherever, I guess. Underneath the accessories, we have, Jesus, this thing's huge. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like, dang, this thing's... So this is a little bigger than the 7900. Let's put that right there. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's a fair amount bigger, actually. All right, so this is the PowerColor 7900 XTX Red Devil Limited Edition. It's a dual BIOS card. You got OC and silent. Obviously, we're gonna leave it on OC. Powered by 3 8-pin PCIe connectors. Triple axial fans, and it is a 3.25 slot card. Kind of thick. One whole slot thicker than the 7900 XTX right there. Same GPU die, but just a massively bigger cooler. PowerColor advertises the cooler as a direct contact copper plate. The real story here is happening right here on the back. Normally GPU backplates, you have to unscrew it and then, kind of sort of crack open at least this half of the cooler to swap them out. PowerColor has come out with this is their custom backplate that also comes in the box with the Red Devil Limited Edition. And you might notice there's no screw holes because they are smart and have made it magnetic. So it just snaps right on. And now you get a cool geometric design. The RGB shines through these like translucent plastic. And if you ever just get tired of it, just pops right off. They also sent us this other alternative design that you can get. We got a little spoiled because this one specifically is a prototype and it's made of metal, which is really nice, but they did say that the production model is not going to be made of metal, unfortunately, but it's this crazy like alien exoskeleton with like tissue underneath it style design. Kind of didn't really think it was gonna look good on the card at first, but oops. They did say that the They changed the magnet positions between this prototype and the production models, and so not all of them might line up on this card. So that's probably why it's falling off right now while I'm holding it up. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty unique. And I like the idea of a magnetic backplate system. I'm probably more of a fan of the geometric design. And honestly, this brushed metal on the back of its own backplate, the one that comes on the card, looks great too. But yeah, I think I'm really partial to that design. I mean, I've always been a fan of the Red Devil cards. It is a beautiful looking card. Tons of RGB, guys. Let's see what else comes in the box. I think I missed one last, here it is. This is an RGB splitter? Yeah, it is. No, it totally is, because 2 RGB ports. So not only does this card have a crap ton of RGB on it, it also can control a crap ton more RGB. So yeah, enough talking about the RGB. Let's just throw it in the test bench, fire it up, and see how it performs. So yeah, the performance of the Red Devil Limited Edition is pretty par for the course. It's a little bit faster than the AMD version of the 7900 XTX. Compared to the 4080, I mean, it's a 7900 XTX. So whichever tests that the XTX is beating the 4080 in, it's gonna be the same story for the Power Color one. Yeah, like the 7900 XTX in Forza Horizon 5 pulled 118 FPS at 4K. The Red Devil, 119, literally 1 FPS faster. Gears 5, same scenario, 93 FPS for the Red Devil at 4K, 91 for the AMD version. And it's pretty much the same story all the way across the board. So performance was pretty much as expected. Now let's talk about power and temps. This cooler, clearly it's a lot closer to the size of the 4080 and 4090 FE coolers. About the same size and same thickness, but what Power Color did with that extra cooling is lift the TDP of the card. So this card was pulling about 375 watts during our testing under a full load, something like Port Royal or Cyberpunk RT. But what does that extra power get you? Well, it gets you a little bit more clocks. So more power draw, higher clocks, a little bit more performance, but at least you're getting more for a cooler that's physically larger. Because now, now that you're approaching NVIDIA size, I like how that's just the standard nowadays, is it NVIDIA size. Now you're approaching these giant card sizes. You have to think about like, okay, if I'm gonna have to sacrifice and switch a case or something out, right? Like, am I getting any extra performance? The answer is yes, but 1 to 2 to 3, maybe 4 FPS. So that'll be up to you to decide. Aside from its uplift in performance compared to the AMD 7900 XTX, it has a few more premium features. It's got 2 BIOSes, these two ARGB headers, the interchangeable backplates, which I think is super cool and customizable. And they said that this is one that's coming soon. Who knows? They might come out with other designs besides just this one, like just this crazy alien exoskeleton thing and this geometric like design. So it'd be cool to see a bunch of different customizable backplates. I never really thought that it would be a feature that I would be excited about, but since, if you think about it, if you mount the card normally in a PC like this, the backplate's pretty much all you're gonna be seeing, so might as well make it look cool. So the Power Color 7900 XTX Red Devil Limited Edition. I think it's a really nice looking design. I love the interchangeable backplates. It's faster than the AMD 7900 XTX, I can't complain there. The only thing I guess you could complain about is the price, but unfortunately, me and Jay don't know what it's going to be yet. Hopefully it's not gonna be too much of a premium over AMD's 7900 XTX. But what do you guys think? Sound off in the comments down below. Would you guys pick up this super limited edition, super extra thick, faster card? Or are you gonna just stick with the good old AMD edition 7900 XTX? Or you're gonna go Team NVIDIA? Like I said in the last video when we were doing the other two cards and their reviews, there's just so many dope options, and all for competitive with each other price points. I mean, yeah, could be a little better. Overall, the prices could come down, but you know, that's everyone's wish all the time. I wish things were super cheap too all the time. But yeah, I mean, I love seeing all this new stuff coming out. There's just so much good choices from everyone. So yeah, guys, there you go. 7900 XTX Red Devil Limited Edition by Power Color. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.